This is Hannibal from thehannibaltv.com back here with a daily news update, and there's a ton of news. Of course, I previously reported Jay Briscoe from Tony Khan's Ring of Honor's Briscoe Brothers team passed away in a car crash tonight around 5:30 p.m. according to the Shore News Beacon. 4 patients were trapped in this car crash. There were 2 fatalities, and 2 patients remain in critical condition where this accident happened in, I believe, Delaware. And NXT actually announced that Briscoe had passed away. So that's very rare for WWE to talk about a competing company's talent. SmackDown did a 0.55 rating. NXT star Amanda Miller, and haven't seen her before, not familiar with her, but apparently she said on TikTok that she attempted to take her life last week. And the TikTok video has now been removed, but it was on there long enough for people to realize it. Yes, there's a lot of those thoughts that go on, especially in the wrestling business. It can be very up and down for people emotionally, and I'm sure everyone in the wrestling business has had those at one time or another. So hopefully now that she's gone public with it and she's still under contract, WWE will work on getting her some help. AEW owner Tony Khan has basically publicly stated he's now interested in buying the company, and he suggested to people to stay tuned to Dynamite and Rampage because he hinted that he might address something related to that on one of those shows. He also says that he's aware of the sale process going on, and he's been involved in acquisitions and transactions of that magnitude before, and is capable of making big purchases. He also said that he hasn't dealt with Vince McMahon before, but has talked with Stephanie McMahon in the past. Of course, Stephanie resigned from WWE last week, and Vince McMahon is back as the chairman now, along with Tony Khan. I think they're co-chairmen. I got some news from Billy Graham's webmaster. Billy Graham's wife, Valerie, gave us an update. They've removed another line from his kidney dialysis, and apparently his kidneys have started working on their own again. And she asked that people please pray with her for superstar Billy Graham's safety. And he does have a GoFundMe going if you search Billy Graham GoFundMe. Also, my news update yesterday, I put the link. His title run was back in 1977, so almost 50 years ago, and the wrestlers back then did not make that much. So if anyone wants to help him out, search him up on GoFundMe and keep him in your prayers at the least. We know he's very religious, hence the name Billy Graham. Billy Graham is actually the one that first coined the term brother in wrestling. He's the one that started the whole thing. And by the way, I'm not the type that does this, even though you could consider me one of his proteges in a way. He certainly helped me and advised me over the past 10 or so years that I've known him. But he was also the first wrestler to call himself superstar. So he's a true innovator. Now WWE calls all the wrestlers superstars. But for some reason, I mean, a guy like that whose mind is still sharp, and you could still use his knowledge and stuff, for some reason, they stay away from him. Colonel Quayle, sad about the whole thing. By the way, the Briscoe brothers are of no relation to Gerald and Jack Briscoe. Kenneth says R.I.P. Melissa is so sad. Aaron is so sad. It's too bad, because this was like their first time signing, even though Ring of Honor, I mean, they have Ring of Honor matches on AEW for some reason that I'm not going to get into. The Briscoe brothers couldn't compete on TBS for some political reason that I'm not really aware of. But like, this was like their biggest contract, and they had the opportunity to at least wrestle with AEW tag teams. So it's terrible timing, but I'm sure the weather's here. It's freezing rain and snowing. Delaware's not that far from here. I'm sure the weather's crap there too, and I'm sure that had to do with why they were probably in a car accident. When did he pass? He passed away at 5:30 today, sadly. It's too bad. 38 years old, yeah. Not old at all. So it's always sad. And for the people that are depressed, hey, I've been to those levels before too. Trust me, I have. You just gotta find tools to stay positive and try and meditate. And I'm talking about the NXT girl, but for her, she's still under WWE contract. I'm sure they will get her help. But anyone out there, I wouldn't necessarily tell people, because I'll be honest with you, people don't care for the most part. They'll always say to talk to you, but they won't actually care for the most part, to be honest with you. So try and seek professional help. It would be my suggestion. And also, there's lots of resources online for people that are feeling that depressed. So I'm sorry to hear about her situation, and of course the Briscoe thing's terrible. Good that Billy Graham is doing better at 79. So have a great night, guys. Terrible news.
Thank you for watching the Hannibal TV. Please like this video if you enjoyed it, and click the subscribe button to not miss any of our latest shoot interviews, match videos, or news updates.